These models, it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for James Conner. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escape, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, 20, wide 80. Alpha.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. First and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
20.
Brady to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Conner. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Open man right side is Ingram. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Connor. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a short gain down to about the 33. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run with Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on.
We'll look with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So the Patriots coming out now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is White. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run. This is White. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. To throw is Brady. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. The left side throw complete to Adams. But he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Hey, here we go.
Again, it's Connor. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Garoppolo now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Connor and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play action, Garoppolo. Being chased out left. That's caught by Treadwell. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Garoppolo again. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Dante Hightower able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Crosby puts it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score, and now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable for Dorsett. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Heavy. Blue 20. White 20. Wait, get.
Now a play fake. Brady. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Packers continue to roll. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42. Wide! Go!
Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Brady now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Toss play, Connor. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, it's Connor, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And on the ground they go with a running back. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Packers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.